Hi, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko Restoration, and this video is designed to give you a good look at this Nishijin Model A fully restored pachinko machine. When I do the restores on the machines, I do a full restore. This particular one has also had the playfield replaced. This is the white is the playfield. This one, the original playfield had suffered water damage. It was pretty faded, so I made the decision to take that playfield off and replace it. So obviously when you do something like that, everything you see here on the front has to come off. All of the attractions, the tulips, the nails, everything gets pulled out. The stainless steel rails, all of that stuff actually gets pulled right off of that board. The old playfield gets ripped off, and then you have to sand down the adhesive residue to get the board nice and smooth again in anticipation of putting on the new playfield. So that's all been done on this machine. All of the metal, the plastic, the wood, it's all been dealt with in various ways. So you can see the machine's nice and clean. It's been rewired so the lighting works. There's two lights on this machine, one up here that signifies you need to put more balls in the machine, and then the jackpot light will light up in here. So we'll throw some balls through it and see if we can get some wins. So that's a payout. When you're playing pachinko, essentially what you're doing is betting the one ball that you shoot in anticipation of the 14 ball win. So there are 14 balls that come out when you do get a win. The nice thing about pachinko is that anybody can play. It really doesn't require much skill. The only thing that I'm trying to do is launch the balls far enough so that they would fall over here where the open tulip is. Or if I don't launch quite as hard, I could get them to fall more on this side by just adjusting the amount of pressure I put on the launch arm over here. Sometimes it's not quite enough. So kids, adults, it's an easy game to play. It's got kind of a cool look. If you put it on the wall, this particular one does have the stabilization feet on it, so it's just sitting on the countertop right now. Let me turn it around. I'll show you the back side. Nice thing about these machines is you don't have to reload the pachinko balls quite as often as you do with the non-recyclers. So pachinko balls go up in here. They feed down through. Right now they're being held here. Because this tray, the recycle tray, has got enough balls in it to feed the jackpot, which is stored right here. As the balls that don't win are played, they come down in here and refill this. That's hence the recycler name of this machine. If it does pay out enough where this starts to get low on balls, then this mechanism would open up and automatically drop more balls in. Occasionally a ball will drop out of the machine, and down here is a little box that will catch those balls, and if you were to actually empty the machine of all pachinko balls for whatever reason, then they all empty out down into this little catch box. This has been rewired to ensure that the contact switches work, that the lights work, and this is simply powered by a little 9-volt battery that just hangs right here. Very easy to replace. The bulbs are easy to get at if you ever had to replace them. Pretty common bulbs. So all of this gets taken off. These get loaded with cigarette smoke residue, dirt, body oil. They're pretty filthy, disgusting when most of the machines are when I get them. All of the metal tends to get not rust, but corrosion on it. All of the brass that's on this machine, that most of the brass you don't even realize, but that all gets corroded and that has to be polished. There's no lubrication on these machines whatsoever. You don't want to lubricate a pachinko machine. You simply want them to be as clean as possible. So that's what necessitates taking everything off, completely cleaning everything. This board gets sanded down smooth, coated with polyurethane so that it won't warp. It stays clean. All of the plastic gets a coat of wax, again, to stay clean, bring back the original color a little bit, and keep it from getting dirty in the future, and then everything gets reassembled. So the same thing with the cabinet. This cabinet here, the frame, again, all of the hardware comes off. The boards get planed so that they're nice and smooth again, straight, and then sanded down, polyurethane, and then reassembled. All the hardware has been coated with a clear spray so it doesn't rust. And they look pretty good now. A lot different than more than likely when I found this machine, wherever I found this particular one. So when you do buy from me, my guarantee to you is that you'll be happy with the machine. I certainly don't want you to send it back. Shipping them is kind of cost prohibitive. They're heavy. You have to be very careful when you ship them, but and they may settle. They may need a little tweaking when they get to your house, but rest assured, I am always there, either by phone, email. I FaceTime with a lot of my customers so that we can actually see what we're talking about, and we'll make sure that the machine is up and running and will stay that way. Once you get the machines clean and they stay in a clean environment, there's really nothing that should affect them to the point where they won't work, unless it got tipped over or something like that. But once you get a fully restored machine, it will stay in good working condition for, well, a long time. I want this to go to somebody's home that's going to appreciate this and have a lot of fun with it, and potentially pass it down through the family for many years to come. So that's why I get them as nice as I possibly can, and again, my guarantee is that they'll stay that way for many years to come. So I hope this ends up in your home. If you have any questions prior to your purchase, please do not hesitate to contact me. My contact information is included in the ad, and you could always visit me at Facebook on facebook.com/Magic Pachinko Restorations. I've got a pretty intensive site there that shows a lot of my previous work and what people think of my work and so on and so forth. So thanks for watching.